I met an incredible girl, but after 1 year of dating, I discovered her terrible secret. I always considered myself a pretty average guy with a routine life. I worked a steady job in marketing, enjoyed weekend hikes with friends, and spent quiet evenings reading or watching movies. It was during one of those quiet evenings, scrolling through social media, that I stumbled upon a profile that caught my eye. Her name was Anna, and there was something about her smile that seemed to light up the screen. Our first interaction was simple, just a comment on a photo of a book she was reading. But that small comment sparked a conversation that went on for hours. We talked about everything from our favorite authors to our dreams for the future. There was an instant connection, a feeling that I had known her for years. Little did I know then that this incredible girl would soon become a significant part of my life, and bring with her a secret that would turn my world upside down. After weeks of chatting online, we decided it was time to meet in person. I remember feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness as I waited for her at the cafe we had chosen. When Anna walked in, she looked even more beautiful than her pictures, her smile as radiant as I had imagined. We greeted each other with a warm hug, and any lingering nervousness melted away instantly. Our first date was perfect. We spent hours talking, laughing, and sharing stories. She told me about her love for photography and her dream of traveling the world to capture its beauty. I shared my passion for hiking and my goal of one day climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. It felt like we were perfectly in sync, like two pieces of a puzzle fitting together seamlessly. By the end of the night, I was already looking forward to our next date, certain that I had found someone truly special. Our first date quickly led to a second, then a third, and soon we were spending almost every weekend together. Each time we met, my feelings for Anna grew stronger. We explored the city, trying new restaurants, visiting art galleries, and even taking spontaneous road trips to nearby towns. Every moment with her felt like an adventure. One of my favorite memories from those early days was a picnic we had in a beautiful park on a warm spring day. We spread out a blanket under a big oak tree, and she brought a basket full of homemade sandwiches, fresh fruit, and her famous chocolate chip cookies. As we lay there, talking about everything and nothing, I realized how much I enjoyed simply being in her presence. Anna had a way of making even the mundane feel magical, and I was completely captivated by her. As the months went by, our connection deepened, and it became clear that we were falling in love. We had countless moments that cemented our bond, from quiet nights watching movies on the couch to spontaneous weekend getaways. One weekend, we drove to a secluded cabin in the mountains. With no distractions, we spent our days hiking and our nights by the fire, sharing stories and dreams. It was during this trip that I first told her I loved her, and hearing her say it back felt like a dream. We started integrating our lives more fully, finding joy in the simplest activities. Cooking dinner together became a cherished routine. We'd laugh as we experimented with new recipes, and she always managed to turn a simple meal into a memorable experience. There was something incredibly comforting about the way she fit into my life. Every moment we shared, big or small, reinforced my belief that Anna was the one I wanted to spend my life with. Introducing Anna to my friends and family was a significant milestone in our relationship. I wanted them to see the amazing person I had found. The first gathering was a casual barbecue at my best friend Mike's place. As soon as Anna walked in, she charmed everyone with her warmth and genuine interest in getting to know them. By the end of the night, my friends were singing her praises, confirming what I already knew. She was special. A few weeks later, it was my turn to meet her family. I was nervous, but Anna reassured me that they would love me. Her parents were welcoming, and her younger sister, Emily, was full of stories about their childhood. We spent the day at their family home, sharing a meal and playing board games. Felt like I had known them for years. The acceptance and affection from both our families made our relationship feel even more solid. It was a new level of intimacy and commitment, and I was more certain than ever that we were meant to be together. As our relationship grew stronger, Anna and I began to talk seriously about our future. We discussed moving in together and even took a few weekends to look at apartments. Each potential place we visited, we imagined how our life would be there, filling it with our shared dreams and plans. We talked about everything, from how we would decorate to what our routine would be like. We also started discussing bigger dreams, marriage, kids, and the kind of life we wanted to build together. Anna shared her vision of a cozy home filled with love, laughter, and perhaps a couple of dogs running around. I talked about my dream of eventually starting my own business and how I saw her by my side, supporting each other through every challenge. It felt like we were perfectly aligned, each conversation bringing us closer and making our bond even more unbreakable. Little did I know, amidst these plans and dreams, something was lurking in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. About 10 months into our relationship, I started noticing small, unsettling changes in Anna's behavior. She became more secretive, often hiding her phone screen when I walked into the room or taking calls in another room. When I asked her about it, she would brush it off with a smile, saying it was just work-related or nothing important. There were also times when she seemed distant, lost in thought, and not fully present. Once, during one of our movie nights, I caught her staring blankly at the screen, not really watching. When I gently asked her if everything was okay, she reassured me with a kiss and a promise that she was just tired. Despite her reassurances, a nagging feeling in my gut told me something was off. I tried to push the doubts aside, convincing myself that it was just my imagination, but the uneasy feeling persisted. The turning point came one night when Anna accidentally left her laptop open on the kitchen table. I walked by and noticed an unfamiliar email notification. My curiosity got the better of me, and I glanced at the screen. What I saw made my heart race. A series of emails from someone named Jake, with subject lines that hinted at a much deeper relationship than mere friendship. Unable to ignore it any longer, I decided to investigate further. I accessed her emails and read through the conversations, feeling a mix of anger, confusion, and betrayal with each message. Jake's emails spoke of secret meetings, shared memories, and plans that directly contradicted the life we were building together. My mind raced with questions, but one thing was clear. Anna had been hiding something significant from me. I knew I had to confront her, but I also needed time to process what I had discovered before facing the reality of our situation. The next evening, I waited for Anna to come home from work, my mind a whirlwind of emotions. As soon as she walked through the door, I couldn't hold it in any longer. "We need to talk," I said, my voice trembling. She looked at me, her face suddenly wary. I showed her the emails, watching as her expression shifted from confusion to shock, then to something that resembled guilt. "Who is Jake?" I demanded, trying to keep my voice steady. For a moment, she was silent, her eyes filling with tears. Finally, she confessed. Jake was an old boyfriend, someone she had never truly let go of. They had reconnected a few months ago, and their relationship had rekindled behind my back. Anna tried to explain, saying she had been confused and didn't know how to tell me, but her words felt hollow. The trust we had built was shattered in an instant. She pleaded for forgiveness, insisting that it had meant nothing and that she still loved me. But the betrayal cut deep, and I couldn't shake the feeling of being utterly deceived. In the days that followed, I grappled with a whirlwind of emotions: anger, sadness, and a profound sense of loss. I retreated into myself, trying to make sense of what had happened and what it meant for our future. The betrayal gnawed at me, unraveling the memories we had shared and casting doubt on everything I thought I knew about Anna. Friends and family offered their support, urging me to take time to heal and consider my options. Their words of encouragement mingled with my own inner turmoil as I wrestled with whether forgiveness was possible and if our relationship could ever be the same again. Each day brought a new wave of emotions, from moments of intense pain to fleeting glimpses of hope that maybe, just maybe, we could find a way through this together. Yet, deep down, I knew that trust, once broken, was not easily repaired. The foundation of our relationship had been cracked, and I struggled to envision a future where I could fully trust Anna again. The decision weighed heavy on my heart, knowing that whatever choice I made would shape the course of my life from that point forward. As days turned into weeks, I found myself oscillating between moments of clarity and overwhelming uncertainty. Conversations with close friends and family provided perspective, each offering their own insights and advice. Some urged me to follow my heart, reminding me of the love we had shared and the possibility of reconciliation. Others emphasized the importance of self-respect and the irreparable damage caused by betrayal. In quiet moments of reflection, I revisited our journey together, the laughter, the shared dreams, and the genuine connection we had once felt. Yet, alongside these memories lingered the pain of deceit and the realization that trust, once shattered, might never fully mend. The inner turmoil persisted, leaving me torn between the desire to salvage what remained of our relationship and the fear of repeating past heartache. Ultimately, I knew a decision had to be made, a decision that would redefine my future and hers. With a heavy heart and after much deliberation, I gathered the strength to confront Anna once more. Facing Anna again was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. Sitting across from her, I recounted my struggle to reconcile the love I once felt with the betrayal I had discovered. Her eyes filled with tears as she listened, her own pain palpable. She apologized again, expressing remorse and pleading for another chance to make things right. But as I looked into her eyes, I knew that forgiving her completely would take more than words. It would require rebuilding a trust that had been shattered, and a willingness to move forward with honesty and transparency. Despite the deep affection I still held for her, I couldn't ignore the doubt that lingered in my heart. With a heavy heart, I made the painful decision to end our relationship. It was a decision made not out of anger or spite, but out of a need to protect my own well-being and honor the principles of trust and honesty that I held dear. We parted ways with tears and a profound sense of loss, knowing that our paths, once intertwined so deeply, would now diverge. In the aftermath, I leaned on the support of loved ones to heal and rediscover myself. The journey was fraught with pain and uncertainty, but it also brought clarity and a renewed sense of strength. Though the scars of betrayal would linger, I emerged with a deeper understanding of love, resilience, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Our time together, filled with joy and sorrow, taught me invaluable lessons about forgiveness, trust, and the complexities of human relationships. And as I navigated the road ahead, I carried with me the hope that one day, I would find a love that was built on a foundation of mutual respect and unwavering honesty.